Okay guys, so I'm gonna show you how I do level 415 ToA with my setup, basically, which is Bofa and Sang. Just gonna do some quick walkthrough, explain some couple of tips. It's gonna be quite a long video actually. I'm always starting with Zebak. This is a very standard, very simple room. There are a lot of methods how to do this room. I prefer the north one, like about 33 seconds give or take to finish the whole thing. Usually almost no damage taken, even if you do. Zebak is like, don't need any supplies for that guy. So important to note for Zebak, or for almost any boss in the game, in ToA at least, you cannot reduce their defense about 20. So as long as your BGS, assuming it's gonna hit, which sometimes it doesn't, it's above 20, then you're good. My case was 40, so it is perfect. Then we just sit here and chill. This is not gonna be a short room, sadly. None of them are at those levels. You can stand here to judge the blood clots. Yeah, blood cloud. Pretty easy. I usually tend to prayer flick at those levels because you can easily get very bad bombs. Like for specifically Akka, I would say. Akka can really get nasty sometimes, so you really need to conserve supplies given my setup. Akka can take upwards of like 8 minutes, give or take. And not so fun. The whole raid is approximately 45 minutes. Now we do this. Also very important to note, you can always skip poison if you're one tile away before them, the way the running works. Usually the blood dies by the time he gets here, but sometimes it's better to move. Wow, that would have been a close call right there. So this case I can either take the risk that I can blood flick every single time, which technically I can, but maybe it's better not to do it this one. Yeah, let's just carry spec. Deal. Better safe than sorry. Everybody make mistakes, especially in this zone. ToA, especially at those levels, is very perfection. Cannot afford to make mistakes. A simple mistake can cost you the whole raid. Of course I'm using thralls, this is up to preference. I personally a big fan of it. It's a free DPS increase, doesn't really cost you anything, technically. Besides extra prayer points, I assume. and make the monkey puzzle room a tad bit more annoying. Not too bad overall, I can say. So you might gonna have to use another dose there. That won't cut it. Could probably spec him. Reduce his defense a bit further to finish it, but it's not relevant. So, see, and he is dead. Perfect. The reason I'm using Preserve, if anyone was wondering, is because I'm using a normal ranging potion instead of a divine one. Sadly, divine makes it quite more long, Zebak, because the fight is way longer than 5 minutes. 5 minutes on the dot, but by the time you run into the room, solve the puzzle, start the actual boss fight, you lose like at least a minute, so you basically hit for like 1 minute, your max hit is like barely anything. So it's just better like that to have Divine, lose a bit of max hits, but overall your DPS is gonna be better than actual having good DPS, and then you're gonna lose everything just when he's about to die. And it's not fun to noodle then. This is level 3 Kefri, it's also pretty easy. The only one that I think is a real issue is Akka. Akka level 4 can be really bothersome. You can need a lot of zeros, and the memory attacks, which happens constantly and often, are long and can be quite hard to deal with. Not hard, but problem is a single mistake can just fuck you up. So it happens a lot, your chances of messing up are higher. Not fun, not fun. Oppa, forgot to use my special attack there. Oh, nice, actually a big hit. That usually does not happen. Okay, so just a quick overview of Kefri. Kefri, there are a lot of ways to do it. I prefer the more, I guess you can say, safe, slower but a bit more safer. Kefri can be a bit, it's not Kefri, but those ones can be annoying. So I like to trap the melee on the second part when the mages spawn. Essentially just making sure I'm not gonna die. It is a bit more annoying because the melee have pretty high magic defense for some reason, and I do not have a shadow, which means that, yeah, it's gonna take a couple of seconds to kill him, but at least I'm not gonna get stopped random 40s out of nowhere. At least that's nice. That's it, I've got the 2 tiles marked. Just like that. then you stand on this tile, and that's it, melee is trapped. So what you're gonna do now is, once the major spawn, you're gonna kill the major. Once the major is dead, you're just going to proceed for the ranger, mage the melee, get him low enough, about 20-15% it's low enough, then just move back to Kefri and finish the room. Once and done. Now another butterfly attack, I like to stack it here, so I'm gonna have more movement. After that I'm not gonna get trapped or anything. Now the major is almost spawning. Probably one more hit. Nice. Ooh, big hit. Another one. And that. 3 hits, nice. Did make me run quite a bit though. Sadly, Sanguinesti can do quite a bit on this guy. Yeah, he can hit a couple of times. I just need to drop him low enough so he won't heal Kefri as much, because he heals Kefri like 5 or 7 every couple of ticks, so just enjoying him enough so he won't heal as much. That's what you're looking for, but Sanguinesti does not want to hit, or 19, that's nice. Just a bit more, one more big hit and then we're basically good. That's it. That should be it. No need to attack him more than that. Finish up the switches. See if we can conserve Pale. I like to sip the last dose of super combat. I might have to sip another prayer potion there. I'm not a fan of the run energy in this room, but wouldn't be too much of an issue, probably. Sinbei can save it. I'm gonna save that one dose just in case Kefri. I mean, Aka is gonna go south. Never know when it's gonna happen, that's for sure. Can tank them a little bit. Pretty accurate given the fact I'm wearing a full bandus with me. It should be okay. You can save that one extra dose. I'm not hitting too good now. One last hit maybe? Oh, apparently not. This one? There we go. It was 6 minutes cafe. Okay, so for Aka. For Aka I'm not using any special method, I'm not doing butterfly, I'm not doing... Yeah, that's basically it, I'm not doing butterfly. I did learn it a couple of times, tried to learn it. I never found it actually useful for me. Even if it does nice to not get hit from Aka, the Sanguinesti DPS is absolutely horrible in this room, which results to the fact that if you are doing butterfly without a shadow at this high level of invocation, you are not gonna do a lot of damage, as you're gonna see soon enough. Sometimes the first part of Aka can take me a couple of rotations till actually get him before the next shadows spawn. Let's set this thing up. Perfect. depositing the pickaxe. I only bring one bull for emergencies, basically. I found out that you don't really need more than that. Once you get yourself comfortable with the sun, Curse of the Sun, which is absolutely fantastic item, recommend it. Very, very useful item. There we go. I'm hitting pretty nicely actually this one. It's nice to hit good numbers. Oh. Excuse me for my voice. There we go, that should trigger it. That was actually stupidly quick, I gotta admit that. It does not happen so fast. So almost all the the standard Aka's invocations are on. The Phoenix Special and the Stay Vigilant. Keep Back and Double Trouble, I haven't tried them yet, but this Keep Back is quite annoyance. Normal memory attack. Nothing I can teach here besides just remember the pattern. That's the easiest way to do so, I think. And done. Very nice. Always wait a tick before swapping your pairs. Sometimes Aka swaps like pairs before he even starts attacking. So you might take a hit off pair, which in Aka's case can hit pretty hard. 40s, give or take. Oh, swapped again. I don't bring a blowpipe, which I probably should, but I don't know. I was never really a fan of that item. Plus, once I kind of got used to just having a Bofa, I don't need to bring a back switch. I'm just relying on my Bofa for everything range related, and it's working out pretty good. Even if sometimes the Bofa can needle and then you're gonna have to special skip, which are those two towers for. I'm using them. It happens every once in a couple of raids, you're gonna have to skip specials one time also. Just because Aka's defense is so high, sometimes you can DPS the shadows hard enough. He's not giving me a second apparently this run. Oh well. It's random. Sometimes like that, sometimes like the other way. This is a nice rotation to remember. Spam. Fire. Important to pull Aka to the quarter that you can hit him. Always. One ball hit. Should be a big hit though. There we go. I wanna get kind of low so I can maximize my carry spec. I think that should be it. I don't wanna stay too low, just in case I miss a prayer. Oh, hello, click. Should be okay. Regarding thralls, usually I don't really bothering summoning the right one because, well, as you saw, he's swapping prayers pretty consistently and randomly, so sometimes just waste of prayer potions. But now I'm gonna use magic, and if he's gonna swap, then he's gonna swap. So I'm gonna use my own way of butterfly. Since you just rely on those tiles, you run far, you gotta pay attention to the timers. Sometimes you're gonna get hit once or twice. But as I saw at the best way to do Akka without getting hit. Problem is, as you saw, you can miss a lot, so it's sort of you trade the no damage for longer room. I'm already 5 minutes into the room already too. Come on, one big hit maybe? No. Oppa, that was a close call. Very nice trick I'm gonna show right now is sidestepping. Almost took a hit off player there. If we get lucky, this is gonna be the last memory attack. If not, then no. I've had it happen multiple times that Akka decides to do one more time before he decides to die finally. Let's get the melee one. Hopefully he's not gonna change players. Get this one done with. Nice, juicy hits coming in. Very juicy hits. There we go. Okay, so this part, the calm phase, is slow and steady win the race. Pay attention to all the orbs coming and take it slow. If you're gonna try and rush it, then you're most likely gonna get hit. Just like I did right now. Taking it slow and steady is better. So HP status, I can probably knock him. There we go. Usually I can do it without getting hit. Depends. It's kind of rough sometimes. Yeah, so as you can see, the room took me 7 minutes, which is incredibly long. But I guess that's how it works now. When you do this high level without a shadow and T-bows and all of that stuff, then sadly there is not too much. Without the shadow, I think shadow is the main DPS increase you can have for Akka. T-bow is not that useful at that room. Okay, so Monkey's room. There aren't too many strats I can show that I'm specifically doing for this one. Just try to kill them as they spawn, but focus on the certain types like the brawler, the major, and the archer. Essentially the red one, green, and what's the other one color? Blue. And of course the volatile balloons are very, very, very useful. They can come in handy. If you do stuff like this, you can easily get rid of a big one without bothering to actually attacking him, which might take a while. Oppa. They can hit, the small ones can hit sometimes. Back a punch. Oh. Always protect against whichever type you're fighting, which is melee, range, or mage. And then the rest of the time, probably should camp melee. That's, I think, is the best. Unless like you wanna specifically swap players to whichever one attacks, but if you just wanna lazy it a bit, then that also works. Here's the exploding one right there. So we're gonna go here, pull the venom and take one sidestep. And we got a couple of them off our backs. So bubbles, so I'm not doing no red X, nothing like that. I'm just doing the raid the way it's intended. I'm lazy to learn it. I don't even really bother to click piety in rigor, as you guys may notice. Also, I'm lazy. I swapped the wrong ones. Let the carries of the sun twirl a bit from those ones. Okay, so this is important. Just sit here and just let the exploding ones do the job for you. Gonna save you a lot of time and energy. Probably flick. Well, Rome is almost done now. Okay, so I guess we're still gonna have to do this one. I like to try bidding this home. I don't think there is a way for full 6-way switch unless you're going for a world record and stuff like that. So just 2 main switches for the DPS increases should be enough, I believe. This once you go for higher speeds. My fastest run for this home is about 2 minutes and 50 seconds. When I full on sweat it, usually I don't do that. I prefer to take it more chill. So Baba I'm doing normally, level 4 Baba, not big deal. Doing normally, using... Oppa. You love to spank. Right off the bat apparently too. Always gotta stick, so pay attention. He's gonna throw the boulders, make sure you're on the edge so you can run in case he's doing a shadow attack, just like now. He likes to do that. Died plenty of times to that shit. Oppa, monkeys. I like to kill them first too. I prefer it, found it easier. If you get rid of them early, then you won't have to worry about all the other nonsense, but I can get chanced. I'm waiting for the carry spec. Right about now. Boulder. Turn off the prayer. Sometimes I do boulder skip, depends on the boulder's rotations. If it's coming like in front of me, I like to do it. If not, then I can just chill it because it's more annoying to skip like that, more dangerous. Then we can easily just breeze through it. Excuse me. Always keep melee on for this one. You have usually, at least the way I do it, that's the last room, so you can use all of your supplies on this guy. Don't bother flicking, and whatever you do, do not turn your prayer off. Your melee should be on at all times. Unless it's boulder phase, and even then, might be worth to have it on. Baba can slap you easily 60s through without protection prayers. You do not want to risk that. Now another boulder phase. Getting some nice hits now. This is about 10% or so raid total, so assuming you're doing 10 raids perfectly without dying, then you're gonna receive approximately purple every 10 raids or so. Doesn't help for me though, because I'm stupidly dry. But who knows, maybe you're gonna get lucky. Summon the fall. Already have full spec again, just in case we're gonna need it, which we might need. If the small monkeys are gonna hit hard, it might be worth it. Okay, nice. And go back to the boulder. You always need to play around the boulders. That's your home, that's your safe space. Don't wanna get away from them. This level, boulder can hit up to like 106, I think, so basically one shot you. Maybe you can tick it that. Never tried it, not gonna try. Boulders are like death sentence. And of course you can always go to one of the sarcophags in case you need to tank one of them. Now let's see. That's it. Now it's the warden part. I like to deposit some of the supplies here. No reason not to. free up the inventory space. There is a very special, not special, but there is a pretty nice trick you can do to make it so that you have like left click resupply with shift left click to resupply. So that way you only need one of each. You only need one brew, one super restore. I like to have two just to be safe, because I had some painful death in the past. And then we're gonna begin the warden fight. So BJS is noodling, which is technically what always happens. I like to stand on this safe tile right here. You don't have to, you can dodge it, but if you're a solo player just doing a solo raid, then I don't think there is a real reason to stand anywhere else. Make sure Igor is on and just wait. There is not too much I can do to this one. You can take up to 75 damage per round. The damage, you can ticket the damage too. It's possible. Or you can just chill. Use brews, it also works. Already 32 minutes in. I assume in about 10 minutes or so we're gonna be finishing the raid. I might just ticket the damage because I'm lazy with Amberusia. You need to wait for the orbs to fall on you. When you're glowing, then you click on the Amberusia. Or one tick before in case you don't want to miss it, which is also very something you can do. I messed it up there, but I prefer to do it and die. There we go. Get the gear done. I assume you already know those tiles, those two. There is no reason to do the other warden. You only need to block up to 3 times. You need to block 3 orbs from this side. And after that, you're good to go. Always do this one. Zebak does not hit through player, Aka does. You do not want to get that cheap damage in, even if it's predictable. This is very standard room. Opa! Took a hit off there. 25. I'm going to perform score skipping. Well, at least the way I do it, which is a bit more safe, I think. That's a melee player. Good. Now we're gonna sip this. I wanna do a 2 down. I prefer not to do a 3 down, even if it does give extra points. Because this phase is very dangerous, you can die if small mistake can kill you here, so I just prefer to 5 DDS spec, 1 big BGS whack, and you should be good to go, as long as you drop it under 60% HP. There's skulls flying all over. Gotta be careful with those ones. They can hit. Opa. Oh, that was a mistake. I think I got chance though. Pretty sure I did actually. Oh well. Two Amberosia doses left for the final part of the warden. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. And that's it. I have to have my inventory organized. I'm kind of wondering if I'm actually gonna see something this raid. After getting chanced a couple of times there. Skulls are always a bit tricky. Let's see, we've got enough. I'm just gonna do two-way switch. I don't bother with it. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's perfect. That's my max set right there. So I'm gonna do the skull skip. So this is a very simple method. It's not that complicated, and it's still a bit more safe. Kill the skulls, you wait here, see movement on the inside, you run back in. The timing is very short. You don't have a lot of time to react, but once you get used to it, you can do it pretty consistently. So the reason I kill the skulls, it's not because give point. I don't think it does give a lot of points. Not really worth it. It's because each skull gives you about 70 or so damage you take from the explosion attack. So you want to leave only one skull alive, so in case you mess up, there is a lag spike, you messed up, you misstepped, misclicked, something bad happens, you will most likely not die. You only take 70 damage, which will not kill you. If even two skulls are alive, you're gonna die 100%. Simply because you're gonna take approximately 140 damage, 150 damage give or take, which you won't be really able to tank, sadly. Like to preemptively play mage for the Zebak. Usually starts with mage, even if it's completely random sometimes. We're gonna do the exact same thing. You run here, wait, explosion, run back in. You only need one click, no need to spam, nothing. Just one click and done. Stand in the middle, see what the attack pattern is. You don't, technically you're supposed to remember. If you stand far behind back, then you're gonna be okay. I mean, it's like a truck. God damn, Bofa. That's it. I think that should be it. There we go. So if you're doing this pattern for the third skill, you just need to spam click and then play range. Pay attention to where he starts. Go here, here, and back to the rhythm we go. I like to do usually one stuff. Sometimes I can skip an attack or two. I'm not really trying to speedrun right now. So just doing it slow and steady usually is good. Make sure you're salted, refresh it too. I would always like to use it before. So you're 100% salted for the rest of the fight. You do not want to be brought down without noticing it. Will not be fun experience. Now that happened to me. So this is also pretty simple skull skip. You run here. Bum, 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 bum. And that's it. Sometimes you might take 1 damage, but the way I see it, it's better to take that 30 damage or so instead of losing the boulders. If you're fast, you can obviously switch. And that's up to you. Gonna start blowing up. Gonna have the last phase now. start the last fight. BGS obviously gonna noodle, that's not fun. Okay, I'm gonna save the rest of the spec, hopefully 11 should be enough. Sadly there are no tips for this one, it just be focused, pay attention and don't die. Keep your HP above 0 and you're gonna be okay, ideally. So just practice makes perfect. There is a very small and quick timing that you can sometimes catch on to. I'm myself not perfect on it, I'm gonna admit. As you can probably tell, I'm taking quite a bit of damage. That should be it. One more hit should finish him off. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the run. Almost 10%. Once I go in, it's gonna be, let's milk it. It's gonna be 10%. Just like that. 240 KC and we zoom out. And it's a purple! Okay, well this is kind of unexpected. I guess I'm gonna open it and see what we got. Oh, wait. Let's see, what do we get? I mean, this is like, what? Wait, I mean, maybe it's gonna be something good. Oh, no! No! No fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way! Holy shit! I got the fucking shadow! I got the fucking shadow! I got the... I got the shadow! 1.5... Oh my god, I got the fucking shadow! I got the fucking shadow and it's like recorded! I got the shadow! It happened! It happened! It fucking... Oh my god! Oh my god! The shadow! The fucking shadow! The fucking shadow! Oh my god, my voice! I'm going insane! This is insane! I actually going... My friend didn't even notice it! Holy shit! What? I got the fucking shadow! I got the fucking shadow! It happened! Oh my god! Holy shit! Wow! Wow, I'm shaking right now! I'm physically shaking! I'm actually shaking right now! This is fucking insane! This is fucking insane! This is fucking insane! This is fucking insane! Oh my fucking god! Oh. Wow! This is insane! This is insane! This is insane! This is insane! I don't believe it! Oh my god! What? I mean... What? Just... Wow. Okay, wow, I'm... Holy shit, I got a fucking shadow! I got a fucking shadow! Excuse me 1 second, excuse me 1 second. Oh my fucking god, just let me... Just give me a second. This is insane, this is insane. Wow. Okay, this is it for the recording, guys. Thank you for joining me, and I'm sorry for my respawn. I mean, this is... I just doubled my bank. I just doubled my bank. Holy shit. Wow.